Now today, Dallas, I'm ready to go for a ride on a GS. Only one problem. It's 18 degrees this morning. Supposed to warm up in a little while. And we're going to hopefully get some clear on those wheels or another coat of gold if we need gold. I don't know until I look at it. It's been drying under a heating vent overnight. And Karen is so happy she has a microwave. And I'm so happy I have a GS that's ready to go soon as we get some weather 3 months from now. Anyway, I can't wait to get down in the cellar. It's freezing out here. It is really cold today. Okay, it's time to brew up some coffee, warm up, and let's see what this day has in store for Goldfinger. It seems like we're in a totally unique chunk of weather here for the last couple of days. There's still, pond is frozen solid. There's snow on the ground. It's 18 degrees, but it warms right up as soon as I have my coffee, and an hour later it's coming up near almost over freezing already. Now I'm looking at this and I'm trying to make a decision. Actually, I had Karen come down here before and I said, does that look like we need another coat of gold? Now she, of course, being a trained artist, does a better eye than I am. And she said, no, it looks pretty gold to me. Goldfinger, baby. It really does look gold, so I think we're just going to wait out the temperature here. This is the easy part, because what's happened with the weather, it's been under 20 degrees in the morning, and by 10 o'clock it's up near freezing, and by about 11, yeah, it goes over. And I like it to be over freezing when I paint. And I just use that randomly as my cutoff. I have painted when it's a lot colder, and it takes a lot of the fun away, because your hand freezes to the gun. But anyway, just seeing how this whole thing came out, it's beyond my wildest dream how good it came out. I am so happy. I can't even express that to people that I had this vision in my mind of the black motorcycle with the gold wheels and the custom lettering and the arrowheads, and it's a vision. And it looks like it's every day now it's coming closer to what that vision really was. And the most important thing, the coffee is nice and hot, so we're just going to wait it out, and I don't want to take any chances. By another hour or so it'll warm right up, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. I am so excited about the way this is going to look with the clear on. I can't even explain it to people. Of course, if you don't have a passion for this kind of stuff, it won't matter anyway. And that's the Gapco Clear that we've been using. It's been working well. It's traditional, just like the 5-star, and it's a very easy to use clear. An objective today is going to try to get 2 coats on about 20 minutes to an hour apart. Okay, we're all mixed up. The temperature's up over freezing. It's time to paint. Now after one coat you can already see the color change a little bit. It deepens, and there's just enough sun out right now to make it very easy to candle it and see the shiny spots and the dull spots and where it might need a little more clear. Now if the sun would just come out a little bit more, you could see how deep that color is getting as you put the clear on. Now I got to flip it around, do the other side of the wheel. I always want to do the side of the wheel that's facing the sun. because the sun helps me candle it. In fact, I'm trying to look here if you can see the difference in the color. You really can't. And I'm not sure you can even see it on the video, but we want to get 2 coats on, and then, well, 1 coat on, go do something else for an hour, and come back and get the 2nd coat on. That looks like it's going to be really nice. So even though it's really, really cold and there's snow on the ground, the sun is out and the wind isn't blowing terribly, which all works in our favor. Now also another thing that can, if you think you have a very thick or overly thick coat of paint on, there's a good way to ensure you minimize the chance of getting runs. Just keep spinning the wheel or whatever, or have some mouse get inside and run around. I don't know. All right, we got an hour to kill. Now while I'm waiting for that first coat to tack out, and that usually takes about 45 minutes, maybe an hour today because of the temperature, well, I can sit out here and look at some of the other wheels that I've done over the years and oogle them up, and they have withstood the test of time. Changing tires without tools helps a whole lot, no matter what, whether you have powder coated wheels or regular wheels. Nobody I know ever wants to have a scratched wheel. Now the trick is, I'm going to do this methodically. I'm going to keep it spinning, and using a hair dryer, just keep a little bit of heat on it, because again, it is really cold out here, because I want that to tack up nice and smooth. And by constantly spinning it, again, it minimizes the chance there'll be a run somewhere until that paint gets solid. And what this also does is, while I'm using the hair dryer, I'm very carefully looking under fluorescent lights for any spot that in the future I may want to touch up. So far, to be honest, it looks pretty good. Maybe it is our lucky day, and we don't even know it. That's a real possibility. Anyway, I think this is really going to be, one of the focal points of our project, that's for sure. Well, the hour's gone, the paint is tacked up, the snow isn't melting at all, so I want to get that coat of paint on. Here's the thing, you never know when this weather's going to end, and we'll have 2 weeks of rain or something, or snow. Now I'm hoping on the video you can see how that color is coming to life with each additional coat of clear. It just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Now this is the 2nd coat. I've got to flip the wheel, do the other side, and then we're going to put that aside in the garage, run a hairdryer over it for a few minutes, keep it spinning maybe for 15-20 minutes so there's no chance there's runs. And boy, am I going to sleep like I'm going to sleep like Goldfinger tonight. Boy, with the 2nd coat of clear on there, it just looks unbelievably nice. Unbelievable. And I'm only sorry you can't see this color gold in real life, because it's that Amazon pigment is just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful to see in real life. And I think that's going to really be one of the focal points of the motorcycle. Now, With the second coat on, it's time to just get it out into the garage, keep it spinning, get a little heat on it. We wouldn't need the heat if it were above, it's only a couple of degrees above freezing here. In fact, nothing's even melting. So you don't want to risk, hopefully now, getting the whole job done without a single run or a single repair. It would be just awesome. Now there's always a time during every restoration that I've done where I spend a lot of time doing something. I have put a lot of time into this wheel, make no mistake about it. And then the day comes, and today is the day, where you can see the fruit of your labor, and it's all worthwhile. This is better than I ever anticipated it. And the good news is I don't have a thick glocky coat of paint on here. And it really, if you can see this color in the real, I don't know, real sunlight, I guess is the right word, it is just spectacular. And that pigment is available on Amazon. It was about $7. And I bought them out, but they probably have more in stock now. Because again, I wanted to be able to paint gold wheels forever. And I didn't want to run that risk, which is very common, that you go back a month later to buy something and they say, oh, we don't make it anymore, or the company went out of business, or whatever. I wanted to have control over having touch-up paint for this project, because I'll have this bike on the day I die. Now, of course, one of our next projects is going to be to pull the forks and wheel off the bike. I'm certainly not going to do that today. Whenever I do a day of clear, I try to dedicate the whole day to it, because by the time you try to do two things at once, there's always a compromise you don't want. Now, I put so much time and effort into this set of wheels, you cannot imagine, or if you watch the videos, I think there's 235 of them or something, and I did no compromising on it, and these are even hand buffed, and in the end, I'm very happy I did it. Here we are. I've ridden the bike for a year already. There's not a stone chip on them. Now, one of the things I do have a set of spare wheels for the GS, and I have thought about making a set maybe in the future, and maybe a set of black wheels or whatever. That's one of my, these are 5 or 6 years old, but they've held up real well. And of course, we have a spare set of wheels for the RD. Maybe the RD at some future time is going to wind up with a set of gold wheels. I don't know. And as I oogle the projects and look at everything out here in the garage, I just can't imagine how many hours of my life are involved in working on these motorcycles. But on a day like today, it's very, very rewarding. It's a whole lot better than being on Rikers Island. And I think the money I spent on these restorations, maybe I could have bought beer, maybe I could have bought cigarettes or cigars, or I don't know what. But I like having these motorcycles, and they are my children. And when this bike is ready to ride on that first ride, when I go out the driveway, it's going to be a milestone in my life. And these are going to have to sit out in the garage overnight, because we have Miles coming in about an hour. And I've got to go wash up and get ready. Well, we only had one job to do today, a very simple job, get the clear on the wheel. Basically took up the whole work session, and all I can say is I am as thrilled as can be with the way it worked out. Now, I always try to think, what can I do better on the second wheel? Now, we're going to be doing another wheel a week or two from now, have parts to polish, other little things to do, but I try to come up with a plan. I try to make a list of things I want to do before I start on that front wheel. We know there's going to be a problem getting the bolts out on the discs. I know there might or might not be a problem with some other thing that we haven't even thought of yet. And I still have to paint the forks. So I have all of these things to do at the same time. By getting a nice list going now, I can do them efficiently. Anyway, this was a day well spent. I'm as happy as can be. I guess you can hear it in my voice. So anyway, Goldfinger is happy. I hope you're happy. Hope you're having good luck with your project. Or if you're not, if you don't have a project, you're just watching me work on my stuff. Either way, thanks for watching.